Kia ora and good evening. As New Zealanders exit the bubble this week, we're about to extend it just a little bit more here at LPL Studios as we get into this one. Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to have you along. If this is the first time you're joining us, this is the Vodafone Bubble Royale, proudly brought to you by Stuff and Let's Play Live. My name is Donda. Alongside me, expert comments. And the man probably needs no introduction is Xenojay. My man, how are you tonight?
I appreciate the kind words there. Kia ora, everyone. I am, of course, that guy Xenojay. As Donda mentioned, I'm looking forward to this week's matchup, after last week. Woo!
Last week, if you just joined us for the first time, thank you. If this is the first time you're watching esports, it's great to have you along. We're going to work with you as you jump into it. And of course, if you're already a Fortnite fan, well, this is going to be the big one. But fundamentally, Jordan, you're right. Last week, this is week number 2, of 2. So this is the final one. So hang in there as we extend the bubble through Friday night. But of course, you don't want to hear me or Xenojay talk. Let's explain exactly what you're looking out for.
Yes, definitely. Let's get into that tournament structure. Of course, everyone today participating in the Vodafone Bubble Royale featuring Fortnite consists of approximately 85 players. Some of New Zealand's top sports stars, musicians and celebrities have jumped in alongside a bunch of very lucky Fortnite fans. This is a 3-map event played in solos format. Special prizing is awarded throughout the event, and these include Architect and Fail of the Day with the highly sought after first celebrity takedown also included. Like all Fortnite matches, however, there can only be one victory royale.
There can only be one, that's right, Xenojay. And for those lucky fans that are in here, and they're kindly brought to us by Stuff and Vodafone, they get the chance to take on some of the country's biggest known names, sports stars, celebrities, musicians. Who are they? Let's jump in and have a look at who's entering the Bubble Royale tonight.
Can you please give it up for Savage?
It's all good, thank you.
I enjoyed that in week 1 and enjoyed it in week 2. Of course, he's a New Zealand recording artist and a former member of the hip-hop group The Decepticons, and Savage was the first New Zealand hip-hop artist in history to have a commercial single achieve platinum certification status in the United States. Absolutely massive. Savage will also be playing alongside their daughter. Hopefully there's just no teaming out there today, Duane.
No teamings, this is solos, so everyone has to be man or woman for themselves there, Xenojay. Let's have a look at who else is making the jump in the Vodafone Bubble Royale tonight. It's our man King, New Zealand rapper, singer, songwriter, and as you know, don't you worry about it, he knows how to play Fortnite. He's also the winner of the highest selling New Zealand single, and he also won the Radio Airplay Record of the Year at the 2017 Vodafone Music Awards, and absolutely a top dude. So welcome Kings into the Bubble Royale.
Welcome Kings to the Bubble Royale. Up next are our star players today. We have Easy Reid. It's Elliot Paerata Reid, the 2019 New Zealand men's national surf champion. Apparently likes water so much that they keep dropping at sweaty sands. I find it interesting that a fun fact for them is that they were involved in a shark attack.
I don't know whether that's fun, but yeah. Yes, welcome EPE, aka Easy Reid in this game. Very good last week, and it's great to have him along. Who else is making the jump tonight in the Bubble Royale? Well, for the first time, didn't play last week, so it'll be interesting to see how he lines up, but it's fantastic to have Marty Rich from the Jupiter Project, one half of the duo. These guys, like they said here in the Grammy.com, they are like NERD or the Phoenix. They are fantastic. Marty Rich, we welcome into this one, the Vodafone Bubble Royale.
And very much they're playing solos instead of duos, which is great. Up next for our star players in the Bubble Royale, we have the Cora brothers, Brad and Stu Cora. They are, of course, from the band Cora, but also you may know them from the recent band L.A.B. Massive work, and of course they are legendary on the scene, and they were legendary in last week's Bubble Royale.
They were, and if you don't know L.A.B, I've been jamming a little bit there, Xenojay, but let's have a look at who else is making the leap here in the Bubble Royale. A new star player, we welcome Tyrone Happy. At only 20 years of age with 1 platinum record, this dude is a monster already, one of the top up-and-coming producers, not only in the region, but certainly in the world. Watch out for him, not only in his music endeavors, but of course here in the Vodafone Bubble Royale.
He apparently really enjoys the title, so it'll be good to see this new mix-up from new players that we have out there today. And up next for our star players, we have the rugby players Luke Jacobson and Josh Ioane returning. Duane, I'm looking forward to seeing Josh out there again. He was an absolute, as his nickname implied, Goliath in that final round.
He was fantastic. If you weren't watching last week, Josh Ioane was absolutely one of the top celebrities. Can he do it again, Jordan? We shall see. We're not too far away from entering into this one, into match number 1. Great look here as we head into the celebrities' houses. And this is what it's all about, fans. It's all about getting inside the bubble, their bubbles. You see Kings up the top, you see the Cora boys, EPR down the bottom, and they're getting ready like all the fans at home, and of course you about to watch. Who are you most looking forward to? There's Xenojay. When you think about the celebrities, great matchup, and we've also been lucky enough to see them last week.
Yeah.
Who are you liking the look of from the celebrity point of view?
You know, of course, I said in both rounds 1 and 2 that my loyalty was behind Savage. I just want to see him do really well. Unfortunately, he found himself in a lot of situations where he was dealing with what a lot of us deal with in solos, which is either third party or being pinched by a pounce from another player. It was very unfortunate. What about yourself? Who are you looking forward to?
Well, what I like, obviously, I think Easy Reid, EPR, surfing guy, I think he can do a lot better than he did last week. But talking about Savage, that was that 1v1 celebrity battle, and Savage got the takedown. So we have to jump in surprising because everyone at home's like, that's great, we love seeing the celebrities, but what are they absolutely playing for? Let's have a look at the prizing.
The prizes that we'll be seeing today, if our players secure the Victory Royale, they grab themselves the excellent JBL Quantum 400 headset. Pog moment of the day, which will be selected by me, will secure a JBL Clip 3 speaker. The first celebrity elimination secures a PlayStation DualShock 4 controller, and our architect and fail of the day scores themselves a $50 Xbox, PSN or Steam credit voucher. Of course, chat, I'll be needing your help with this. I'll be needing you guys to keep your eyes open, watching your other feeds you may be in, and just let me know who you think might have that fail, Pog moment, or architect of the day. Of course, I'll shout out to the likes of Hollywood, who just had such a great time with their builds out there, building their giant sky base in round 3.
That's right. Prize is fantastic. Can I say, I actually got some JBL headsets, and this isn't just a plug. Fantastic. The wireless ones are amazing. So people who win that, absolutely going to be awesome tonight. But like you said, thank you for joining us into the chat. There's plenty that's on offer. We'd like to hear from you. This is interactive. We want to see what's happening in the bubble and want you to come into our bubble. So make sure you do it. And of course, Jordan needs all the help he can get because we want to know. We want to know what the fail is, we want to know what the architect, and then needs all the help. And we'll also give shout-outs. So as we progress into this one, just to recap, Jordan, it is 3 matches in solo, so there is no teaming. It is basically every player for themselves. So when you think about that in the solo, very different to other modes in the game, what does it take to get a win?
Exactly. We're not playing arena format here, which means there's no siphon. This is just going to be straight aggression. People will be going for early elims and, you know, pushing that extra zone, trying to come in on the inside, getting that best loot pool that they can secure for themselves. As you can see from our spectator map there, we can see quite an interesting first line there coming in across from Holly Hedges and ending up at Retail Row. The llama dispersion is all over the place. We even have one all the way up at Craggy Cliffs near the radio station. And as you can see, the bus is starting to come in. It looks like we might be ready to drop there, Duane.
I think we're ready to drop, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this. 87 will enter this one tonight as we jump onto Ty Happy, and it's great to have you along. Enjoy it here Friday night live. It is a Vodafone Bubble Royale, proudly brought to you by Stuff and Let's Play Live. Let's go, Jordan.
Of course, we're seeing Ty Happy drop here at the outside of the map, pushing into Coral Cove, watching Sweaty Sands. Of course, Sweaty Sands was EPR's favourite place to drop in pretty much every game they played last week. They're coming in slowly. They're going to be grabbing a few chests around here. You know, typically we have 3 or 4 rotating backwards to see what's happening at the castle. Can't see anyone pushing towards Shark to secure themselves that mythic Sky's Assault Rifle or Grapple. They've scored themselves a pretty nice early loadout, 3 minis to get themselves up to 50, along with a famous isn't everyone's favourite gun, but it does the job at the start. And as you can see, we've already had 2 kills in the kill feed.
2, yeah, we've had 2 takedowns. TTV Flame Tree gets the 1 takedown early, so well done to them. And Ty Happy, just for everyone, remember, we didn't see Ty Happy last week, so it's interesting to see what his gameplay is, hence why we're starting here on the celebrities as we bounce around the map with fantastic thanks to our production team. They will give you the great views, seeing everyone and all the action across the map.
Exactly. We're now on Sean on YouTube, who's in the agency. As you can see, there are multiple players at agency right now. Nice cone to secure that chest, build themselves out. They're having a look around. They're trying to make sure they know what's happening before they push in for this kill. And again, the kill feed is filling up very, very quickly. We're seeing multiple elims.
And we just saw YG400 for everyone. That is our man Savage. Can you please give it up? He gets a takedown. 76 left on the map as we jump across to one of the brothers from Cora, and we look at him just enjoying his time here in the Bubble Royale tonight.
As I said, Chorus, Seth, and Thundercats really enjoy using the chopper. They love using that for mobility. But Chorus, Seth might have a bit of trouble here as they're pushing into a zone that the Wolfman is very nearby too. Chorus, Seth is securing himself an ammo chest. They've left that other player there. I thought they might go for the Elam, but that's all fine. I don't know if they've noticed that there is a llama right next to them at the moment.
These boys were fantastic last week, so they really know how to play, got deep into the map. So from a celebrity point of view, outside, here we go, it's been engaging here, Jordan.
And we have seen our first celebrity takedown.
You know what that means? Someone is getting some magic. So congratulations at the takedown. Unlucky for my man out there from Coruscant, because we love having him in. He'll be back into match number 2 and 3, but someone has just picked up the lucky award for the first celebrity takedown, Jordan.
No, if I saw the name there correctly, it looked like a Kane McKinnon took out Stu-Cora. That was Coruscant. Coruscant, of course, was making far too much noise with that chopper. They just enjoy that mobility so much. We're now on Mannix. Mannix is taking it slow, trying to push around to that rooftop, watching what Springbok is doing, out dancing on them, try to draw them out, switching it all over the place, but they're just playing it really safe at the moment. We're now down to 64 players from the 87.
I love that, you know, a little bit of a dance, enjoying it. Hey, it's Friday night here, Jordan. Why not have some fun? Is it just the smoke screen to get them out, or you know what, maybe just because you made it onto camera that you want to make sure you get your moment in the sun, so to speak?
No, it's totally to try to draw them out of that build. They've boxed themselves in. Springbok 1995 is not moving from that location, and Mannix is just going to hold them there. Try to figure out a way to draw them out of that box, secure that elim. And like as I've been saying, that elimination feed is going crazy at the moment. We're just seeing people dropping all over the place. I'm wondering right now what else is happening all over the map currently.
As we jump across to EPR 2019 Men's Surfing Champ, we're probably inside here from Piha. If you want to look at some YouTube videos of a surfer, check him out. Absolutely rips. But let's see whether he rips in this one, because last week he was good. Can he be great today as we're on Easy Read?
Of course, we've got EPR on cam there. You can see the concentration on their face. It's interesting. They've dropped a different location to last week. Like I said, last week they were dropping Sweaty Sands. I wonder if they were doing that because they enjoy surfing so much. But now they're on Dirty Docks. We're now, of course, on Josh Ioane, the Southern Goliath, 17. Got the focus on them, man.
So this is the focus for Josh Ioane. Well, he is the tactician for the Highlanders. Also debuted for the All Blacks recently, so it's great to have a Highlander in the mix here, but he was focused. Can he get it done as we stay on some action right here with the Southern Goliath?
No, like I said, he's the guy that, like I said, I'm celebrating Savage. I really want to see Savage do well, but Josh Ioane in that final round, absolutely huge games. Good cone secure there, trying to take it out, get this box secured for themselves, starting to shield up. KJL looks like they're doing the same. They're getting ready for an engagement. I'm interested in seeing what Southern Goliath is actually going to do from here.
Well, you know, most of these rugby boys, especially if you're a first five, they know how to just put it into place. As we watch here, can he get the takedown? There you have it. Thank you, Josh Ioane. He was top 5 last week, and as we call it, we'll take one.
Secures his first elim with a nice flick off that purple pump shotgun there. We're now on Beeb's Hub, who secured themselves on the edge of the zone near Craggy Cliffs. They've got a supply drop coming in from the rear, but they're watching this player that I think is in front of them. We're now on Silly Dilly, who is going after. Now, I think we established that YB Hayes is Savage's daughter.
There we go. Well, unlucky, eliminated right now. There's 2 to come as we see our man Easy Read also falling out of this one. Can't quite make top 50. I talked him up at the top. Maybe that was on me. Apologies to EPR. Get ready for the next one. He'll be back in. But this is what we love about Fortnite, particularly here on a Friday night. It's fantastic to have you all along. We couldn't have done this without you, but of course we couldn't have done it without Vodafone for bringing us all inside this bubble. All the fans should enjoy that, and of course thanks to Stuff and Let's Play Live. Jordan, as we jump across, talking of Savage, he's in the mix right now. Yeah,
we see Savage there. Got an elim on the match, so that's interesting. I'm wondering who they took out there. And, you know, when we're approaching what Savage's favourite weapon in this game is, apparently it's the boom bow. They're nowhere near the rig at the moment, and I'm so interested that their favourite weapon is a mythical.
And you know what? Favourite food, and this will come as no surprise as well. You know, like us all, man, he loves to eat up seafood, and some island food is what Savage is all about as we head across to the Wolfman.
The Wolfman just secured themselves an elim there. They have a ton of jump pads, so they're ready to get out of any kind of firefight that they're not feeling too confident about. It looks like they're actually starting to chase some elims there. We're down to 46 players from their 87. We're now on Crespi. Crespi, I recall seeing a player up really well last week, so welcome back to the fray, Crespi. They've come out of corner rat situations. They're trying to go for that elim. Nice look of the attack, but no damage secured off that. We've got multiple corner rats going all over the place. We're inside a giant build battle at the moment. We've got now extra chronic TV with a heavy sniper watching Josh Ioane.
Ioane, can he stay in there? Obviously, everyone wants to take down a celebrity, and that's a good shot. But it also takes a hit as well on the return fire. I am blown away by, you can actually tell right now that Josh has definitely been practicing. He told you, I believe, earlier that he was getting ready for this next firefight. And it just showed right there, secured a really good damage when they both went for the shot on that pot. And it's a really good point for everyone that's jumping in. If you just got someone playing in it and you're not really sure about esports, you just kind of want to look at it. Absolutely, these players, celebrities included, they love playing Fortnite. But it is a competition and they are nervous, and don't make no question about it. You're right there. They came up and they were chatting to us saying, well, I want to get better if I played last week. And they were nervous jumping into the map like all of us. This is a professional tournament, even though we're just doing it for a bit of fun for the fans. And it is high octane, high intensity in here.
Yeah, no, it looks like Josh Ioane gave the opposition enough time to actually secure heals. Their opposition member just went into a full tower, started healing up, more than enough time to do everything. We're now on Lyric Snow, who's got 2 elims, and we've just heard from production that Josh Ioane just lost that fight.
Man, I've got to really be quiet here, Xenojay, because every time I call someone, it's Easy Reid takes one and Josh Ioane. But look, this is what it's all about for the fans. Of course, there can only be one winner as we enter the map. We're now 36 of 87, so we're getting very close to a third of the players left in the map. The action's going to continue to heat up. This is only match number 1 here on a Friday night, so make sure you stay with us throughout the entire action. We still have 2 more matches to come after this one, but of course, this one is not done.
This one is not done at all. We were just on OK Saiyan running that Travis Scott skin, and now we're on Aston Keen, who is fighting against Tinkerbell. Love the name Tinkerbell, and Tinkerbell has just died.
Again, jinx, see? We've got to be quiet. But you're right, absolutely. That Travis Scott concert, for those who didn't watch it, was phenomenal. I think that's fantastic to see the metaverse. It was so cool to see that crossover piece. As we head across the TTV Flamechew, already with 2 takedowns, and he's on Thundercats, one of our celebrities. Can TTV get another takedown here? But looking good with 2 kills.
No, we could see Thundercats right off in the background there. TTV Flametree I've actually seen in chat, so I wish you luck out there. They were just basically trying to figure out if they can draw out that other player in the bush. And of course, that is, I believe, it's Brad Cora running off in the background. We're now on Saucy. Saucy is getting ready for what might be a big build fight. Yeah, they're trying to push up on BKNZ, and they've just tried to block off with their tac shotgun. And now they're coming back around, trying to resecure this tower for themselves, which they have successfully done. 2 elims on the board for Saucy. Plenty of builds, plenty of launch pads. Quite a simple loadout here, just an assault rifle and tac along with a few shields. I'm wondering if they're waiting to secure somebody else's loadout.
Potentially, and that's a great point, talking about building, talking about fails. Remember, chat, we love hearing from you. Please keep coming along, because Jordan needs all the help he can get. We want to know who is the architect, who is failing, and then just keep feeding them through, and we'll be in the midst. Great prizes from JBL, PlayStation, our friends as well. So make sure it is worth it if you push it through. If you've got friends that are playing in this one, we want to hear about it as we stay in the action with Saucy. I love it when the fights get real.
Yeah, no, I can just see a shout out to chat. Thank you for all the work you're doing in chat at the moment there, JXR. You apparently have said all your friends have been eliminated. That is unfortunate. We've seen, that Cora WHK. We might have settled that as another Cora account, but it's not our 2 brothers who are participating today. Possibly just an account that built their name to try to trip us up, but we are too quick for you.
Our production and us, we are too quick as we head across the HSS Denver. What I love at the moment, though, plenty of action here tonight. I love it. For match number 1 last week, it was a little bit slower as people kind of found it out. And you can just see here, there are so many takedowns. Almost everyone we head across, as we see here, someone trying to take down our man, Savage.
Savage was just just running away from that. Might not have actually realized that those boxes actually did have occupants, and the HSS Denver is now trying to push RPC to the side that they saw, and OKSan, who we were just on before, is starting to push across. What's really been interesting about the field that we've had out there today is that everybody has at least one elim on the board. We haven't seen anyone out there with zero.
And that's the point, right? Like, you have a look last week, whether it was, like I said, nerves or something else, they were really just sort of hanging out, not really engaging. And maybe it's a few more players on the map as we see Powerman, Thundercats is gone, and guess who took him out? Ty Happy. So we're at celebrity versus celebrity, one-on-one. We've got someone that is already out of it. We see a look here from Savage trying to look over here at TTV Flametree, who we saw earlier on with 2 takedowns already. So we'll see whether that battle unfolds shortly.
Yeah, plenty of launch pads on Savage. Also, not many builds, though, which is a bit of a concern if they're going to get themselves into a box battle. And, of course, we can see Kane McMillan, who, of course, was our person who took out the first celebrity elim for today's Bubble Royale. We're now on Silly Dilly. Silly Dilly has 4 elims. That's plenty in the bank. They're doing great work out there.
Great work, and I tell you who else is doing great work is also the production team. And if you're watching this, it is fantastic to have the tools to move around the map. If you've just watched someone from home, it's really that point of view shot, and what we're lucky to have here and for you at home is to be able to move around, pick up the players, really pick up action wherever we want. So production team doing a good job as we see BKNZ take down Sean. YouTube has been doing very good up to that point as well.
Sean on YouTube was showing in the elim feed quite a few times. Silly Dilly is really owning this current build. They're trying to keep an eye on Kane McMillan. They did a really nice pop, took out a cone that Kane was trying to hold on to, and then just basically pushed him into that lower ground. You never want to be in the lower ground in these kinds of situations, and Silly Dilly is making sure that they have that high ground, and Kane can't do anything about that at all.
And so right now, as we're starting to get into the final part, almost 25 players left. There you go, as I called it, 25 players left. We saw it last week, so Jordan, watch really as we see the storm collapse. And we're on Ty Happy, one of the new celebrities, looking very good at this point.
No,
What's sort of the piece, right? What do they need to do to get the victory royale at this point in time? So most of them have got some elimination, but clearly good players at this point. The map has shrunk, as you can see here. What do they need to do to get the victory royale as we end this one with the final 25 in the match?
Yeah, so what's going to happen from here on out? We're getting to these final storm surges, and this is when it's going to get a bit more crazy. We're going to see a lot more building. We're going to see people boxing up very quickly. We're going to see a ton of towers. We're going to see tunnels connecting everything. It's basically how to play that game. Like we saw last week, Brad Cora played a really good edge game, securing a lot of tunnels, but the only unfortunate thing is they found themselves constantly dealing with fall damage because they weren't watching where their waterfalls would go. We're now on Savage, who has been in costume the whole time, and they've now switched back to their actual primary skin.
I love it. You can just see here in the bottom part of the map, you can see where everyone is. It's just full action stations right now. As we see, Savage, he's out. He'll be back, but thanks, Savage. HSS Denver with the takedown.
Yeah, Savage has been taken out, unfortunately, but there was great survivability. Ended up in the top 25. We're now on TTV Flametree, who has quite a nice build out. They're still holding on to that fishing rod. It looks like we do actually have a pond nearby that they can try to catch more fish from. And Ty Happy might be our final celebrity in this top 18 at the moment. BKNZ has just secured themselves another elim. That means they're in a really strong position to survive. And like I said, you can see Ty Happy has built themselves into that box. They're holding it. That's what's going to happen from here. But you can see in the background there, TTV Flametree being really aggressive, going for those boxes. And they want to see what happens when they push that. And as you can see, a lot of movement from OKSan and HSS Denver at the moment, because they're trying to figure out how to position themselves once this all goes down.
So you are watching Tyrone Hape, who is the DJ, 20-year-old, one of the top up-and-coming producers in the world. Great to have him along. Hopefully you're enjoying seeing these celebrities play against the fans here in the Vodafone Bubble Royale. Remember, this is only match number 1. We have 2 more to come. Big shout-out to Stuff, Let's Play Live, and of course Vodafone for bringing you all the action. It's fantastic here on a Friday night. Hopefully you've all enjoyed the week, and this is making so much better as Silly Dilly Dally goes to work and gets done.
Unfortunate situation for Silly Dilly. Pushed themselves through, went full aggression, secured an elim, but unfortunately BK was there. And like I've pointed out last week, those mythic weapons can cause a bit of trouble in this late game. Right now we're seeing BK carry 7 elims, Sky's assault rifle, the grapple, and that dirty drum gun from the agency, which can melt through any wall that is put up in front of it. Plenty of launch pads to get out of any situation, and they got themselves into a little bit of a box fight, but they're playing very, very confidently.
And of course, Jordan, you want everyone in the chat as we see BKNZ with the elimination. Well done there as Christy Blast gets exited from this tournament. Back on Tyrone Hape as we see a great shot of the map. Almost into the top 10. TTV Flametree with a few takedowns. Value Sam, HSS Denver also with a couple of takedowns. This is going to be intense. Final 10 for match number 1, Jordan.
It's going to be a very, very tight. Everyone's just holding. Oh my gosh. That is a massive shotgun from HSS Denver there. Secured themselves a full stack of the flopper fish. Got themselves a purple heavy assault, the purple pump, which can just absolutely melt in the right hands, along with that blue SMG for taking down those walls. We're now back on TTV Flametree, who's still got that fishing rod in their loadout. So interested to see why it's there. Are we going to see memes from Flametree? I'm really interested if they're going to try to catch themselves another player with that.
And we saw TTV Flametree before with the 2 eliminations. Obviously just working way around the map, but not really engaging in anything at the moment. But still, as under fire, let's stay with the action here and see where they can build themselves out of trouble. And remember, we are looking for Architect of the Day here, Jordan. So this potentially could be the start of it.
Yeah, no, TTV Flametree was unfortunately in so much trouble in that situation. They were dealing with a minigun, which is just going to keep you so suppressed. And that's exactly what happened right there. We're now on Value Sam. Value Sam has a massive 6 elims on the board and a really great loadout. They have that Brew minigun. That minigun is unstoppable in the right hands. So it's potentially they're the player who took out that other player there with the minigun. We've now seen Ty Happy still holding that same box.
Ty Happy, one of our final celebrities, I believe the final celebrity out of here, makes the top 10. So the new player for this week is still left. Last celebrity in. And this is what it's all about. We're seeing takedowns, but it's of course now all about getting the win, Jordan. Someone is also going to get the JBL Epic Quantum headset. So of course, not only is it about glory and fame and win, it's also about collecting, as we see a great shot from the production team here as we go across the map.
Yeah, exactly. We've already got a player out there who I might actually, is playing really strongly and might have my POG moment of the day. As you can see, we've got a good overview cam of what's going on. Ty Happy just went for engagement, but didn't land anything there. They're starting to build themselves out, really boxing quite well. This player, this man, this star, doing really great work out there in their first game.
First game, and only can get better. 9. So remember, last week, fans, if you weren't here, we saw Josh Ioane, top 5. We saw, I believe it was Thundercats, the correct Thundercats, one of the Cora brothers, all the way into the top 10. And of course, here we are now. We get our new player, Ty Happy, straight into the top 10. It's great to see the celebrities, but of course, it's about also the fans. HSS Denver, 4 takedowns, looking solid.
No, and like I've seen in chat, shout out to Big Bopper, saying BKNZ for the win. That might be. We hear that minigun currently. I don't know. It doesn't sound like the Brutus minigun. And HS Denver secured the steal on that elimination. They're now watching Grammar Boys, who's sitting under a supply drop. Has Grammar Boys secured that supply drop? No, HSS Denver is keeping really good suppression on them, but they did manage to open. BKNZ, of course, the favorite off to the side there in a giant tower battle. Ty Happy, still going.
Still going. I mean, he's got 1 elimination, hasn't really engaged, but sometimes when you can build, and I'm not going to say high, but certainly get yourself out of trouble, this is what can happen. Top 8 now for our celebrity, Tyrone Happy, DJ extraordinaire. Can he get the takedown? But he's up against it right now as he's fully engaged. And
no. It looks like that was Value Sam, and Value Sam is carrying the Brutus minigun. That weapon is just so strong, and Value Sam looks like they know how to use it. And unfortunately, because they knew how to use it, they just took out Ty Happy, our last star player in the Vodafone Bubble Royale. He did amazing work securing a place within the top 10.
Again, everyone in the chat, everyone watching across stuff or wherever you may be tuning in, it is great to have you here on a Friday night. Loving these shots, loving being with you here as we are here with the Vodafone Bubble Royale, and we're getting down to the final end of match number 1. 6 players left. Value Sam has been very impressive. 7 eliminations, and we've watched a couple of them taking down Ty Happy and engages again, looking solid.
Value Sam knows exactly how to use that Brutus minigun and just did some high damage there. Unfortunately, we did see BKNZ grab another elim, but they took a lot of damage. I wonder if they have healed themselves out of that. But yeah, it looks like Valley Sam has a really great spot to suppress all these other players. I believe we also saw Mega show up last week within the Vodafone Bubble Royale. And again, they're playing so well, getting into that top position, that top 5 that we have right now. Everyone's just building, getting those tunnels ready. They're keeping an eye on ensuring that their builds don't go too high. You know, that 4 damage could actually be the end of match for you. BKNZ in a pretty high stack tower there, but Valley Sam with that Brutus minigun is just doing really great suppression work. There, as you can see, we have all 4 players there. Valley Sam with Grammar Boys just below.
And you see BKNZ over there just going to work with the build. And for you, Jordan, right now, this is that we're talking about as we see BKNZ trying to get involved and heading across into the action. And will BKNZ stay with it? 10 eliminations. Super solid session here in match number 1 of the Vodafone Bubble Royale.
Very massive game from BK. Tons of builds. They're not going to run out of builds anytime soon. They did swap out their drum gun that they had picked up to a yellow pump. HSS Denver is suppressed off on the edge of Storm. They might start taking burn, which they have there. Everybody is just on Denver right now, and Denver has been eliminated by BKNZ with a massive 11 elims on the board. 11 elims. Just watch out for BKNZ, not only in this one, but for the next couple of matches. Grammar Boys, though, with no elimination, so it can be done without just the full aggression and just being a good builder and making sure you stay out of trouble. As we see at some point, though, you're going to have to engage as BKNZ comes for Grammar Boys. Exactly. We're down into the top 3. BK has just been having a great game. And as Duane was saying, Grammar Boys is showing that you don't have to have an elim on the board to actually get that victory royale. But will they have enough to actually secure that win? We've got Valley Sam on low ground, but you know, that's not really a problem for them because they've got that Brutus minigun. That thing is just phenomenal. Grabber Boys has plenty of heals. They've got 6 mini shields. They've just taken another flopper, and they've got plenty of launch pads. That launch pad, though, what are they going to do with that? Not many. And there we go. It's shown right there that it wasn't going to do much. BKNZ, 12 eliminations up against Value Sam with, I think, well, last time we looked, there we go, now 8 eliminations. So this is what it's all about, really. 1v1, both amazing players. They've played so well in this match, and really only one can get it done. As we see here, the Storm about to go down in 57 seconds. 2 players will become one, and one will walk away with the win. I'm wondering if we're going to see a heal-off situation. BK can't really survive this. They've only got 1 flopper there, whereas I believe Value Sam had 2. So if this does come down to a heal-off, we are probably going to see Value Sam survive. Value Sam was also watching that low ground really well. They've got that minigun, and I think BK knows that they have that minigun. And if they fall into the wrong position with that, they're basically just going to get taken out. And it looks like BK is actually going to force us into a heal-off. And so for those at home who don't quite understand the lingo, or, you know, there's some parents watching their, you know, kids playing, the heal-off situation, explain it to everyone that's watching in on the broadcast. So the heal-off that is about to occur right now is our final 2 players are dealing with the Storm Surge coming to an end. That means our players are left in the Storm. It is also high burn at the moment. They have about only a few seconds of survivability. We see BK actually dropping down. They've now taken the flopper. They've gone up to 90. They want to try to secure that kill, try to take out Valley Sam, but I think Valley Sam has actually run away. We can hear it now. Valley Sam trying to push in on the outside. BK coming across, managed to box themselves off in time, but that minigun, I was talking about it. I was saying in the right hands, you cannot beat it, and Valley Sam has shown us that. Dance, 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 Valley Sam, dance, dance. Did you just come up with that on the spot? I did. That's amazing. But look, there you go. Dance, dance, Value Sam. Congratulations. Value Sam wins this one. Of course, wins the JBL headsets. But it's all about glory. It's all about being here in the Vodafone Bubble Royale. Before we take a short break, for you, what was impressive? I love the last 2 players. Looked fantastic heading into matches 2 and 3. Yeah, I believe I have. I feel like I saw BKNZ in the Winter Cup that we actually held last year, and they were stellar in that. And they've shown that they are still stellar at the moment. But Value Sam with that Brutus minigun was basically unstoppable, and they knew how to use it, and they played so well, securing that elim. But I really enjoyed BK's aggression at that last moment. Well, there you have it. Hopefully you are enjoying it like we are. I'm having a blast here with Jordan.
That is match number 1 here in the Vodafone Bubble Royale featuring Fortnite. Proudly brought to you by Let's Play Live and stuff. We're going to take a short break. Do not go anywhere. We want you back here in just a short moment. Kia ora and welcome back into this one. We're deep in the midst of the Bubble Royale. Thanks to Vodafone as we see some lucky fans up against some of the top celebrity names in the country. If you're just joining us, my name is Duane, aka Don the Magic. Alongside me is that guy, Xenojay, and it has already been match number 1. Let's recap that for everyone that missed it. How good. Value Sam gets the takedown, and we also had the first celebrity takedown.
No, so Value Sam was playing so well out there in those final zones. And of course, we have to make a shout out to Kane McKinnon, who did secure that first celebrity kill. I forgot who they took out, but it was unfortunate. It's always an unfortunate moment because we do want to see our celebrities actually, make it towards the end. And of course, we actually did see that with Tyrone Huppy play so well.
Tyrone Huppy was fantastic. He was new to this. So this is the second and final week of the Vodafone Bubble Royale featuring Fortnite and proudly brought to you by Stuff and Let's Play Live. And what it's all about is, of course, plenty of the top celebrities, rugby players, musicians, and as you pointed out, Tyrone Huppy, new, one of the top producers in the world. And he made it right to the end and could have got it done. Not quite. So we're going to have a look at the leaderboard, I believe, to see how the celebrities stacked up in match number 1 of 3.
And of course, it's no surprise we see Tyrone Huppy at the top with 1 elim, 8 placement points. It's giving them a total of 9. Savage, like I said, my loyalties are still there. And at number 2 with 1 elim and 5 placement points alongside Ioane, who I said just had the concentration of a Goliath on their face. And we also see the other new player we have this week, Marty from the Jupiter Project, also securing 1 elim and 5 placement points.
Well, I expect more from the Cora boys, or L.A.B. boys, certainly Brad and Stu Cora. They got into it earlier, but they will come with more heat this time around. Mark my words. Ioane, as we see there. And again, it's great to extend the bubble thanks to Vodafone. Hopefully you're enjoying it at home and in the chat as we bring this right inside. You can see Kings looking steezy before as well. And we see jamming with L.A.B. and we can see Ioane. And so for you, they've got to go deeper into it. What do the celebrities have to do for you, Jordan? Because as we saw at the very end, Grammar Boys, no eliminations and was able to stay in the hunt. But sometimes it's just better to do that if you want to get deep into these types of tournaments.
Yeah, exactly. And we were seeing that last week. We were seeing a lot of our star players actually, holding the edge, trying not to really get too aggressive. But I think we've seen a change of guard this week. We've seen them go a bit more aggressive, try to get elims on the board. They know that if they secure an elim, that's easy points for them, pushing them up higher. But of course, Tyrone Huppy has shown survivability also gets you just as many points. So really, it depends on their play style. How do they want to play? Do they want to go aggressive? Do they want to just hold back a little, try to get to their end game? I'm super interested in seeing how the actual Cora brothers, they're the ones who have been kind of intrigued by. They keep going for the chopper. The chopper is just such a loud vehicle in the game, and they keep drawing all the attention to them.
And we saw that when they pulled down. So one of the big things as well, when you think about the celebrities, for everyone at home, this is part of it, right? So we thank them for allowing us and you at home to be able to be inside their bubble and bringing this together. But when you start to think about it, at the end of the day, yes, they're nervous. Yes, this is a tournament. They want to get a win, and they need to get a win. And some of the points you made here is about the way and structure in which you play this type of tournament. And when you looked at the final 2 players here before, the win to Value Sam, BKNZ 11 takedowns, 8 from Value Sam. There's some good fans that have been into this match. So to get a win, they've just got to step this up, the celebrities.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm actually going to call it early just because I'm so confident of that player. The POG moment of the day, I'm going to give that to BKNZ. BKNZ just had such a massive first game, and that's probably going to carry on through these next 2.
So let's just confirm that. Thank you, Jordan, for everyone in the chat. POG, congratulations to you as well. BKNZ, just to confirm that is the POG. We've already seen the celebrity takedown. We've already seen one epic JBL headset go to Value Sam, and I love the dancing. Make sure if you do get a win, just for my sake, I want to see you put on the dance moves at the end. But we still have 2 more matches to go. We still have a fail. We still have an architect that we need you in the chat to help Jordan make the call as we enter this one. Match number 2 here on a Friday night in the Vodafone Bubble Royale. 86 will leave the battle bus and 1 will walk away with the win. Let's get into all the action.
And of course, just a reminder to everyone watching from home, the prizes that our players can secure, as Value Sam has. Value Sam has scored a JBL Quantum 400 headset due to the win from BKNZ for securing my POG of the day. They've scored themselves that awesome JBL Clip 3. And of course, we've seen Kane McKinnon, who got our first celeb kill of the day. That means they've scored themselves the PlayStation DualShock 4 controller.
Congratulations to them. So everyone is aware, Savage is in the map, Brad Cora is in the map, Stu Cora is in the map, EPR or Elliot Paerata Reid is in the map, Kings, don't you worry about it, is in the map. We also have Luke Jacobson, we have Josh Ioane, both epic rugby players, they are in the map, and we have Marty from the Jupiter Project, or one half of it, and we have Tyrone Huppy finished in the top part of the map, top 5 in the last match. So they are your celebrities as we see it straight away. Toxic Dan under fire and straight away the action. Thanks for coming. Toxic Dan is gone.
Toxic Dan was unfortunately trying to push down to that loot chest, but Driven Degree 64 managed to secure it. I could see that Toxic was trying to secure that loot that came out. They only managed to grab what looks like the grenades and maybe some mats and bullets. But of course, Driven got the weapon that secured that elimination for themselves there. We've also seen Kane McMillan, who got the first celeb kill of the day, has taken out TTV Flametree, who played so well in the first round.
Yeah, we saw TTV Flametree push all the way through into the late part of the match in match number 1, but gone early. I'll tell you what though, what is always just hurts when you play Fortnite, right? Exactly what happened to Toxic Dan. When you just land and you're not quick enough to get in, you just get taken out. It's almost just put your hands in the air and surrender. That is tough. That is tough.
Exactly. As we can see, we've got Kings on cam at the moment. We've just switched over now, though. We're now on Okasa, Auckland, who is using some C4 to try to suppress their opposition. I can't see who that was, but it looks like they're a bit pinched. They've got somebody up on the hill watching them, and now they've just had... Oh, they have been taken out by the person on the hill. Hard situation to deal with.
Hard situation, but at the start of the match, people just dropping like flies as expected, right? When you come into this one, just aggression, and straight away we're down to 75, make that 74 here in the Bubble Royales. We're on Jupiter Project.
Yeah, we're on Marty from Jupiter Project, who has secured themselves the Deadpool dual pistols. Of course, with all damage outputted from those pistols, they scored themselves either shield or health, and they're using that right now to actually get shield. They want to get off the yacht with full shield. They're having a look around for more henchmen to try to drive that up. Manix IG was the player we just saw take out that player from the hill. They're now trying to take out the third person who was there in that battle. They've got themselves that purple burst, which can be so lethal. I'm wondering if the agent chest has been taken. They're not worried about that though. They're worried about securing that kill. They just got their eyes all over JD, who's pushing across Blue Bridge, and Manix is going to walk away from this fight.
Sometimes a smart thing to do as we head across to Sir Nameless, who is Luke Jacobson from the Mighty Chiefs. Great to have him involved here in the Bubble Royale. We thank him for his time. Hopefully the fans are enjoying seeing how good their celebrities are at playing Fortnite. Hey, they're just like you and I. They enjoy playing games. They enjoy playing Fortnite. As we have a look here at Sir Nameless, whether he can get elimination and push deep into this one, match number 2.
Exactly. Sir Nameless did show up a few times last week, but you know, they just kind of held off from any kind of battle. They were just going for straight survivability. They're now in Misty Meadows. I'm wondering if they know the right lines to actually run for this to secure themselves a decent enough loadout. We're now on Savage, and Savage has secured themselves the hut within Weeping Woods, and they are currently in zone at the moment. And we've just seen another Elam in our feed. The pop chest, nothing too crazy in there at the moment. They've got themselves that blue tack shotgun, that purple burst, which is so great. I'm wondering why they are carrying that blue assault, but we've just heard from production that EPR has been taken out.
EPR, need more as we see here. King up against Savage. This is good. So you can see here, great look at it when you get inside and have a look at what's happening here. As we say, bye. And you can see the frustration there from Kings. But for Savage, congratulations. He'll get his first Elam. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your first Celebrity 1v1. And if you want to know the battle of the rappers, the hip-hop stars, Savage gets it this time round.
No, I'm so happy for Savage in that situation. Of course, they had to deal with their own pinch last week, where they were taken out, I believe, by Brad Cora. So now they've had a situation where they've taken out Kings. We now see OCE Fat Cow has just been taken down by Saucy. That was an interesting fight there. I actually thought Saucy might not survive that. But as was shown between the fight, showing Savage versus Kings, shotgun, the right shotgun hit can secure you the battle. And that's what happened with Savage and Kings. Savage just got the perfect shotgun off on Kings, and Kings was eliminated from the game.
And thanks for everyone that is tuning into this one and giving us their thoughts in chat. We love it. Keep it coming as we see Stella is the bomb. 10 is see you later tonight here in match number 2, but hopefully more to be shown in match number 3. Remember, we have one more match here in the Vodafone Bubble Royale, proudly brought to you by Stuff and Let's Play Live. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Jordan, we've just seen one of our brothers in Cora are out.
We've just seen Brad Cora get taken out for now on Stu Cora, known as Cora Seth in game, running the Hopper skin from Stranger Things with that nice little doggo in its backpack. They're just running, grabbing themselves loot. They're not really worried about elims. They're going for survivability. They've got themselves a launch pad that can push themselves into the zone very quickly. We're now on Ioane, known as the Southern Goliath. They've already got one elim on it. They're now running to BKNZ, who of course was our number 2 player in the last game.
Let's stay here for a bit because, like you said, this is number 2 last time. Josh is in for it. He may not even know it right now, but he's up against one of the best players as we saw in the last match. So this is going to be intense as we stay here, whether Josh can get it done. Remember, this is a top-tier rugby player. Competitiveness will not be a problem, and so we shall see the focus, as you can see down here on the bottom. I just love looking inside their bubble there, Jordan.
Exactly. That sheer concentration on Ioane's face right now is just something else. But BKNZ is not running away from this, and it looks like they've secured the sky weapon again, because they just used that grapple to get back into that high ground. I hope Josh doesn't feel bad about that fight, because like we said, he ran into the number 2 player from round 1.
And that is the great thing about Battle Royale, right? And that's great that you get to see this in this beautiful shot that we can see here. Thanks to our production team, they're doing a great job. You get to see what's happening across the map. And like you said, Ioane, he's unlucky. He ran into one of the top players in the entire match. Someone else he may have got the takedown, but unlucky for him. We'll see him in match number 3. So stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we're now into 53 players left as we stay on Mixer Toxic.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh should not feel bad about that encounter he just had. That was the number 2 player. And of course, our POG champ of the day, BK, just had such a massive first round. We're now on a little fight that is taking place within the orchard on Snapback 274, just holding that rooftop. Mixer Toxic is starting to push up. Everyone's just gone quiet. They're listening out for those footprints. They want to hear if somebody is moving and then decide which way they're going to go.
That's a great point you bring up. So, games like this, again, for people who are just sort of new or entering into this, first time on Stuff watching this, talk about the footsteps. That's a great point. This is how they pick up who's around them, right?
If you have a really great headset, like the JBL Quantum 400, you can actually hear everything that's going on around you. And that's why all of these players within the Orchard shop stopped. They just wanted to figure out the actual direction of these players they were about to encounter. Next to Toxic is just kind of holding this area slowly. Jupiter Project has unfortunately run into BKNZ also.
BKNZ he doesn't know it either, or she doesn't know it, that they had hit this hunting down the celebrities, as we see here. The peeps have eliminated. That is a great takedown. Congratulations, Marty, from one half of Jupiter Project, but still under siege.
We do not want to see any duos in our solos tournament. That's why we've only got one of the boys from Jupiter Project here. I'm not too sure who did that really great tag on Jupiter Project there. But now back on Silly Dilly, who had a phenomenal game in round 1, who's just secured themselves another elim, got themselves a ton of loot, got themselves that 50 shield pot. Actually, they've got a stack of 3 shield pots. Absolutely massive. That gives them 150, and they've also fallen on the boom bow and some minis. They're in a really great position for loot at the moment.
Well, Silly Dilly Dally was fantastic in match number 1 too. So looking at a really good player that pushed really deep into the last one. You can see already over half of the players out. So silly dilly dally is no mug in this one as we stay here on the actions. 2 elims already here, Jordan.
I'm impressed that you managed to say that twice. I'm not even going to try to attempt to do that. We can see Silly Dilly is watching KT push in from the low ground. We've also seen another elim pop up on feed. We have 40 players left in the Vodafone Bubble Royale, brought to you, of course, by Stuff and Let's Play Live.
Unfortunately, Coruscant exits. This one is, wow, so that's tough. I mean, they're going to be disappointed, the Cora boys or L.A.B. boys, because they said they do play a lot and they'll expect a bit more as we come across and we stay with YG400, and that is Savage, ladies and gentlemen. On cue, gets taken down.
You did it again. You jinxed it.
Can I say, though, how good is the Jumpman jacket, though? I'll just say that is so good. If you haven't seen The Last Dance, me being a Barca fan, jump in and check that one out. As BKNZ takes down HSS Denver, who also pushed deep into the match last time. Zach 10, very good player, is already into the top 30 as well with also an elimination. So we'll stay in the action here.
Of course, I just want to shout out to everybody in chat asking, how do you get into the Vodafone Bubble Royale? Unfortunately, this was a competition run with Vodafone Rewards and stuff.co.nz. You had to enter via either of those platforms, and if you secured yourself a place, that is how you got into the Vodafone Bubble Royale. We're now back on. Marty from the Jupiter Project gets himself into a nice tower. They're trying to get their high ground. Nice little tag with their tech shotgun, and they've launch padded. They're getting out of there. They're trying to run away from that storm surge that is pushing in very quickly. They've got 2 more launch pads, 25 builds. Their loadout is actually pretty good. I'm not too sure why they've got that suppressed sniper. Maybe they just want to see distance. They're now trying to heal up, secure that 100 health top up, but now they're getting pushed from Snapback. Big tags again, 75. Snapback really wants this elim though.
Oh, as we see, Jupiter Project, that's Marty. One half of the Jupiter Project is leaving us here in match number 2 of the Bubble Royale. Top 25 now. We've lost a lot of top names already. Silly Dilly Dally gone. So it's great to see some new players, you know, I guess amending their gameplay to push deep into this one as we stay on Snapback 274.
Snapback 274 has launch pads to get out of the surge, but they're not worried too much about it. They're about to heal off. What I find so saddening about that kill that happened with Marty from Jupiter Project is he blew himself up. That was not Snapback. Snapback just kept pressure on him, but that was Marty trying to get out of the situation quickly and accidentally took himself out.
Could he almost be fail of the day? Remember, you were still trying to pick fail of the day in chat. Jordan wants your help, so make sure you keep telling us what you think is the architect and the fail of the day. We love having you. Hopefully you're enjoying this, the Vodafone Bubble Royale, as we see Cora, WHK24, not one of the actual Cora boys, just as we might note, but well done for being creative with your name and taking down an elimination as we stay on the action with Cora WHK24.
I'm wondering if Marty from Jupiter Project was waiting to pick up their favorite weapon in game, which was the Scar. It's really interesting because it looks like they're running a default skin where they said their favorite Fortnite skin is actually the Battle Hound. I'm wondering if the Battle Hound would have actually given them that extra push to get them towards that top 10.
So we see Zacho 10 in the corner. We see BKNZ, who finished second and was very close to winning it last time. And we see Cora WHK24, and we're on the action here. So again, we're getting into the battle. Great scenes on the bottom part of the screen. You can see exactly where all the other players are in the map, and production doing a great job of moving us around and checking out all the action. This is the Vodafone Bubble Royale, match number 2 here Friday night. Thanks to Stuff and Let's Play Live. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Keep the comments coming as we enter the top 23-22 now. As Value Sam is out, the winner from last time we can't go back to back.
No, they can't go back to back. Unfortunately, taken out by TTV. Easy clap. Saucy has got themselves boxed up, just handling all of that damage that Cora is trying to do at the moment. Cora with that rocket has just managed to kill that box that they were using, and they've launch padded out of there. A smart move by Saucy just to get away from all of that action. Try to get away from the very assured aggression of Cora WHK, but now they're pushing across. As we can see, once more, Ty Happy, right in zone, got themselves boxed up. They're going for that top 10 again.
Tyrone Happy, fantastic first time in here. Like you said, Jordan was deep into the last one, but is under siege here as we see Cora WHK24 wanting to engage here. Ty's going to have to do something here, but it's great to see Celebrity doing very well in the top 18 as we see. Just want to point out BKNZ is just on a rampage at the moment. It's another elimination and another part of the map.
Look, I would not be surprised if BKNZ actually just wants to secure themselves that victory royale that was snatched from them when they went 1v1 with Value Sam in round 1 of the Vodafone Bubble Royale. Ty Happy, though, doing an amazing job once more to box themselves in. Huge damage on Cora WHK and getting aggression, pulling into that box, pushing them out of it. Big rocket from Cora WHK, though, and that has pushed Ty Happy to the bottom. They've had to use that flopper to restore their health. Got plenty of minis. Actually, loot-wise, they're in a really great position here.
So it's a good little matchup here. We both took a little bit of damage, both just taking time to just reset and get themselves healed up. Here, as you see, it gets low. Just picking the weapon of choice to take on Ty Happy.
Ty Happy has actually pushed for the high ground again, and they're pushing in from the top. They're keeping that aggression on Cora WHK. They really want this Elam, which is really great to see from Ty Happy, who, of course, was our celebrity who ended up in the top 10.
So this is just to recap, celebrities across the country, some of the top sportsmen, some of the top musicians, King, Savage, Ty Happy, one of the top producers, Jupiter Project, they've all entered in. The Cora Boys and also L.A.B, they are in the match, and then a bunch of lucky fans through Stuff and Vodafone are putting them through their paces. Hopefully you're enjoying this one. This is match number 2 of 3. And of course, we've got great prizes on offer here, Jordan. Someone will walk away with a victory royale and walk away with a fantastic JBL headset. Can it be Ty Happy, one of the celebrities, or will it be someone like BKNZ who missed out last time?
Yeah, I definitely do want to see BKNZ secure themselves that victory royale. They were just unfortunately snatched away from them by Value Sam, we have seen leave the match already. We see BK putting in high damage on Zach010 out on the edge of zone there, and I think BK might actually secure that Elam. We can also now see Cora WHK is stuck in that box, and BK has secured the Elam for Zach010.
And just when we talk about Elams, 10 with 13 to go, and so it just shows how good BKNZ is as a player. Deep into the last one, as you point out, Jordan was second. If you missed match number 1, was second and potentially could have won it over Value Sam. Is on a rampage here and wants to get the win. Lucky for Noah, 0-10. Also, I know is a very good player but can't get it done. We'll see whether they get better as they end the match number 3 shortly. Let's stay on the action with BKNZ, just loving the aggression from this player.
Yeah, no, we've seen Jupiter Project, we've seen Marty pop up in Twitch chat and just do a face palm emote because, of course, unfortunately, they did eliminate themselves. BKNZ, of course, congratulations again because they were my POG champ of the day. Again, another massive round for them in round 2. 11 Elams. They are unstoppable with their builds. They're securing walls straight away and securing Elams just as quickly.
BKNZ is just on a tear right now as it's just under fire, as we said. It's the commentator's curse. Every time we talk, someone gets taken out. But you can see just the skill level here. 12 eliminations, top 10 player. That's twice in the top 10. So liking the action. But of course, there's others that can get it done. We saw last time someone with no eliminations pushed into the top 3. For you, Jordan, what's it going to take to get the win right now?
You know, talking about that person who had no kills in that final top 3, was Grammar Boys, who is actually still alive at the moment. They're just off to the left side of the BK. What's it going to take? It can take anything. A lot of the time with this particular game, it's just luck. You can just get super lucky. And we've seen BK secure themselves another Elam. BK, if people are running into them, it's a possibility that you're not going to walk away from that fight.
Now, I'm hearing in the chat, whether it's true or not, Cora WHK24 was saying it's not Stu or Brad Cora, potentially it's one of the sons. That's what I'm hearing. If it is, apologies, you're playing fantastic. You are part of the Cora family or the fun, if that's the case. So welcome to the tournament. It's great to have you, and you are playing very, very well as we stay on BKNZ. 13 eliminations. It is just a monster round. Can BKNZ secure the win and the JBL headsets, and more importantly, the glory?
Yeah, shout out to Big Popper in chat, just filling us in, saying that may be one of the Cora boys' sons. If so, why have they not taken out their father or uncle. But of course, we're still on BKNZ. BKNZ having another massive game. 14 elims on the board. Still using that impressive Sky Assault Rifle and grapple to give themselves mobility without the noise. And plenty of builds to survive this. Again, they've got stacked launch pads, so if they need to move quickly, they can. And as you can see right on the edge there, Grammar Boys staying on the edge, staying in their tower. I don't know if they're going to have any elims on their board again. Again, 0 kills.
And this is a great illustration, you know, for players at home about how you're going to play Fortnite. You know, we've seen the top tier of eliminations in this tournament, certainly with 13 eliminations from BKNZ, just playing that aggressive game, pushing and backing the fact that they can take eliminations. Grammar Boys, twice now into the final build-out without any elimination. So there is definitely a couple of ways you can play this type of Battle Royale and tournament structure. It is just at the end, though, and it's whether you still got to either stay for the heal off or you're still going to get an elimination there, Jordan. So at some point, it is going to be one of the two for Grammar Boys.
And as you can see, we have lost all our star players, unfortunately. Tai Happy, I don't know where they managed to place in this round, but I hope they got that top 10 once more. BK is suppressing Yoshikizu so well, along with YT, EUI, and Z. Mega is pushing in from the edge, along with Clouds. They're just watching to see what that Storm Surge does next. BK now has 15 elims on the board.
To stay here, we're down to 4, so it's going to ramp up very quickly. We can wrap this thing up, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully you're enjoying it here on a Friday night, joined by myself, Donda, also that guy, Xenojay, and everyone else in the chat. Great to have you as we stay in the action. BKNZ, this is match number 2 of the Vodafone Bubble Royale. Great shots from the producers across the map. You can see where the final 4 are, what they're up to with their builds. And this is what it's all about. I love these shots, and hopefully you're enjoying it. Keep the chat coming. Remember that. Xenojay still wants your help to get the Architect of the Day. Good shot.
And like I've just seen here, I was worried about BK's builds there. They didn't have many connections, and YTEUNZ just exploited that to take out that tower that BK had secured themselves. And we've got Clowns watching the edge here. 2 elims on the board. Plenty of builds. They've got 99 builds left, so they can survive this very, very easily. But they're on that low ground, and as you can see, BK and Mega are just above them. They've also got YTEUNZ on that same level with them. I'm wondering, are they going to try to go for that high ground, or are they going to leave Mega and BK to fight it out and try to take YT out on the side?
It's a good point. As we see great shots again of exactly what's happening. We see the height of BKNZ, and as I say, it jumps down to try to engage in this one, Jordan.
Yeah, shout out to chat. They're pointing out that BK is just having such a ripper of a game. It's now suppressing YT. They don't want YT to come anywhere near them, along with Clowns. But they have not done anything to suppress Mega. Mega is right underneath them. And I'm wondering again, are we going to end up in a heel off, or are we going to see BK try to push up that aggression again, try to secure the kills in Storm?
Mega chuck. Load another one. Top 4, no eliminations. So again, it can be done, but at some point here, when you've got BK and Z on top of you, you're going to have to either run, or you're going to have to engage. Which one will be, as we stay with the action and the Storm pushes through, we shall see. Great shots here again, as we see BK and Z just going to work at the top and just try to mow down Clowns 2-3-1.
Also, just want to shout out to chat. MIKBZ44, chosen Chaos for fail of the day. If you can run me through why they were the fail of the day, I'd love to understand that selection. As you can see, we're now down to 3 players within the Storm as it quickly closes. BK's trying to suppress Mega. Mega has had to jump down really quickly. There's also a supply drop that is still in zone. I'm wondering if any of these 3 players are going to try to secure it. We've seen Mega getting close to YT. YT is probably helping BK suppress Mega at the moment. This is not a great situation for Mega to be in at the moment.
BK and Z is just unafraid. I was going to say that, just unafraid. It is just full high-octane gameplay. It's aggressive. It's 16 eliminations in a map of about 85. I mean, you know, this is top-tier play no matter which way you look at it, and still wanting more as we see the Storm shrink here. It is 2, and one of them is BK up against YT, earns NZ. 5 versus 16. This is how it comes down to, Jordan.
Exactly. And BK felt confident about that, pushed into the box, secured that staircase and wall, and now they are the kitty. They have secured that victory that was taken away from them in round 1.
That's the kitty. BKNZ was, it came back too fast there, production. Hey, stop it. Hopefully everyone liked it. But congratulations, BKNZ. That is justice served. It is a second in match number 1. It is a victory in this one here. And you'll walk away with the JBL headset. And of course, it's probably more important to you to get the win. Jordan, before we take a short break, that was match number 2 here at the Vodafone Bubble Royale. For you, what were your thoughts of that matchup?
You know, it was basically a replay of round 1. We saw all the same players in that top 10 position. Like I said, it's so unfortunate that we don't see Ty Happy secure that top 10 again. The Cora boys taken out quite early, and we did see, was it Savage who took out Kings?
Savage 1v1 taking out the celebrity versus celebrity. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are loving this one, it is Friday night. It's great to have you along here in the Vodafone Bubble Royale. It is fun. I'm having a great time. We're going to take a short break. Then it is the final match of the entire tournament. It is going to be a big one. You've seen all the action. Short break. Don't go anywhere. Back shortly. As darkness falls here across Auckland City, we're entering the final match of what has been a fantastic couple of weeks of Fortnite action. And for everyone that is just joining us, this is match number 3 of the second week of the Vodafone Bubble Royale featuring Fortnite. We have had a whole bunch of celebrities up against some lucky fans. And Jordan, we're about to get in, and I say it with a sad face, we're getting into the last match of the entire tournament. How have you enjoyed it so far as we enter this one, match number 3 here, Friday night?
Yeah, this is round 3, of course, in the Vodafone Bubble Royale, brought to you by LetsPlay.Live and stuff.co.nz. I'm just going to say off the bat, I actually do want to see a back-to-back winner. We haven't had that yet.
We haven't had a back-to-back winner. We've seen Value Sam, and was taken out for their standards early on into match number 2, but BKNZ, just to recap, took out match number 2, was second in match number 1. 17 eliminations if my memory serves me, so a very good player. So watch out for BKNZ. Let's have a look though, because it's all about the celebrities and entering the bubble. So we need to have a look at how the celebrities are faring up against a bunch of very good fans, Jordan.
As you can see there, Tyron Happy only has 1 elim on the board, but they are placing so well, which has secured themselves a total of 14 points. Then we have 3 of our stars up next, all with 12 points with 2 elims and placement. Super interesting there. Cora brothers, unfortunately no elims on the board, but good enough placement. And EPR, we haven't seen too much from EPR this week.
Come on, EPA, he's my guy, my surfing guy. I want him back in there. But again, it's great to have the celebrities enter in. It's what it's all about. And hopefully everyone at home are watching this. We have Ioane, you can see over there, just rocking, getting rid of it. We have the boys from L.A.B jamming some Bob Marley. Big shout out there. We see Kings looking steezy. And of course, EPR down the bottom. And then we have Marty from Jupiter Project rocking the JBL headsets that someone can win. So big shout out for JBL also being a sponsor here. And this is what it's all about. Lucky fans have had the chance to enter this one, Jordan, and everyone at home that's watching it, this is what it's all about. Match number 3. It's so great to enter their bubbles. It's been so great that Vodafone has put this on with the support of stuff and Let's Play Live. But it is all about match number 3. So as we enter match number 3 for you, Jordan, I just want to make a point about the 2 different, style plays. We saw the fact that we saw someone very aggressive, BK, go get 17 eliminations. But in the final 4, we had 2 players, Grammar Boys, was sitting there with 0 eliminations twice now. And so talk me through the 2 different style plays to get the win.
Yeah, so unfortunately, because we haven't seen what Grammar Boys has done up until that point, I'm not too sure how they're getting to there, but their survivability is just so good. When it comes to those final zones, they are riding edge. They're just watching what everyone else is doing and trying to keep away from the action. They just want to get placement, and their placements have been very good. But of course, they run into our star players. We have seen Value Sam and BKNZ be the people who take out Grammar Boys. So I don't know if that's going to be something that pays off for our star players who we see out there today. Like we're showing on the leaderboard, Tyron Happy is kind of playing a mixture of those styles. Is really aggressive when they're put into a box situation that they think they can win, or they're just holding zone, waiting for everyone else.
And I'm just hoping for one of the celebrities to get a win on behalf of the fans, on behalf of myself. We shall see whether it's Tyrone Happy or someone else that can get it done. Remember, it's also about the prizing. It's also about making sure you get the win. And so we have seen the first celebrity elimination. We've also been told, and word on the street is that potentially that first takedown of the celebrity elimination might have also gone to TTV Flametree. And so we're just going to confirm that, but hopefully we can give a prize also and a shout out to TTV Flametree as we head into the map. Remember, we still have the POG that went to BKNZ. We also have the fail and the archetype still to come. 90 in the map. Jordan, you want to hear about it? Chat, keep coming. We'll love having you along as we get into this one. The last match of the Vodafone Bubble Royale featuring Fortnite and brought to you by Stuff and Let's Play Live. Thanks for being along here on a Friday night. Let's get into all the action.
And this is our most stacked lobby at the moment. We now have 90 players within the map. We're on 5th Ace at the moment, is dropping towards the mountains that are just next to Misty Meadows. They're just taking it slowly. They're watching what's happening. And there is actually a ton of players around there. Snapback 274, who actually got towards that top 25 in the previous rounds. It's going to be interesting with these extra players that have now joined the match, how that's going to change it up.
Absolutely, 90 players, few more in there. Jupiter Project that we see. Great shots here of Marty with it rocking his JBL deep in play here as he enters. Always getting that same location with the yacht. Is that just a musician thing? I mean, it seems kind of fitting for me that Marty, but he's straight into a little bit of heat right now. And just to recap, we have Marty from Jupiter Project in this one. Savage, my man, is in there. He's playing under the alias of YG400. We have Brad Cora, Thundercats. We have Stu Cora under Coruscant. We have Elliot Paerata Reid, who is the 2019 men's surfing champ. He is going under the alias of Easy Reid. We have my man Kings, don't you worry about it. And he's playing in this one, I believe it is Kings. In the name. We also have the two All Blacks, Luke Jacobson, Sir Nameless. Oh, just wanted to say there, as we saw a little one, Jupiter Project just letting him go.
I was going to say, was that a possible jinx on your part? We are now on Kings, is rocking the Deadpool skin. Unfortunately, we have just seen Marty from Jupiter Project get eliminated on the yacht by Tommen because we approached Marty and we said, hey, what advice could you give young people in the realm? And they said, basically, dream big. Anything is possible. And apparently that is the case as one of the players has eliminated.
As we see TTV take out Toxic, damn well on the street, they are friends. So that is brutal for them as we see them exit. But to your point, it is great to see the celebrities in here. And to your point, you know, chasing the stars, whatever that may be, and it's great to see the celebrities who have pushed it as we're back on Sir Nameless, who is actually Luke Jacobson from the Chiefs, as we see Easy Reid exit again. EPR gone.
Unfortunately, but we've also seen Ty Happy secure themselves in elimination. So we have Luke Jacobson has dropped Misty Meadows again. They dropped Misty Meadows in the last match also. Maybe this is just their favourite drop. Now back on Ty Happy with that one elim on the board, 32 builds, and now they're approaching ECBJJ, who's trying to push, but ECB quickly ran away from that because I don't think they were ready for the aggression that Ty Happy is just showing.
Ty Happy, Tyrone Happy, follow his music, jump onto his socials. One of the top up-and-coming producers in the world. Lucky to have him here in the Vodafone Bubble Royale as we see Kings exit the tournament. This is match number 3, so he won't be back. But thank you, Kings, for being part of this.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kings, for participating today. We've also just seen Savage get taken out by that Cora son, possibly.
Possibly the son, but Savage, loving the jump, man. Thanks for being part of it. It's been awesome to have you along. Really appreciate your time on behalf of Let's Play Live, Vodafone and stuff. It's been great for you to extend the bubble, let us inside your world and jump into this as we stay with Sherbers, a new player that we get a look at here with the long scope.
I'm really, really impressed by Sherbers' loadout at the moment. They've got themselves a nice purple minigun, green assault, green tac shotgun, and that heavy sniper. Unfortunately, heavy sniper has been nerfed, so it might not take down somebody who is fully shielded, but we don't know what. So we do see Beeb's Hub does have 200. This is only going to do 125 damage, and unfortunately they have missed that shot. They can't see where Beebs is within that bush. Unfortunately, wasted opportunity, but they're going to try to use this minigun to suppress Beebs inside that box.
Again, it's a great look and we're lucky to have it here thanks to the production team. And that's a great point that we are lucky enough at home to see exactly where the players are on the map. And that's why you saw that silhouette. You don't normally get that when you're just playing at home in that kind of, in your normal modes. And that's why it would sort of seem like you could get the shot clearly, but they were actually hidden. As we jump across here to Ioane, I know he'll be frustrated that he didn't go deep into either of the first two matches. So let's stay with Southern Goliath, our man Ioane from the Highlanders, see whether he can push deep into this one.
Yeah, and as you can see, he's actually dropping, like we've said, EPR's favourite location from last week, Sweetie Sands. They're also in zone, so they don't have to worry too much about what's going to happen around them. Sweetie Sands is also quite an outer region for this map. They've got, it looks like, at least 4 other players around them. Whether or not they know that, like we said earlier, if they have a really great audio setup, they can actually hear those players. So I'm trying to figure out what Ioane is actually hearing at the moment.
As we saw Truth GG get eliminated, gone from this one, 57 to go.
Unfortunately, and I think, you know what, I am going to apply fail of the day to that. I have just seen Vithel in the elimination feed, unfortunately, eliminate themselves with 4 damage. Shout out to Vithel there for securing themselves the fail of the day, which grabs a $50 PSN Xbox or Steam credit voucher. So congratulations on the 4 damage, I guess, there, Vithel.
Yeah, I think congratulations. It's sort of like, you know, with a heavy heart, you say that as you exhibit, someone's got to get it, but you got to walk away empty-handed. We're back here on Stu Cora, one of the L.A.B boys. If you haven't listened to their jams, seriously, I've been rocking it a lot, man. They've got some good tracks under the L.A.B mantra, and it's great to have them in the tournament as we stay with Chorus. They're good players as well, and this is great to be inside the bubble. And I saw before jamming the Bob Marley as we stay here, see whether we can go deep in the map with one of our celebrities. Back to the chopper.
Back to the chopper. The chopper is just so loud. I still don't know why they use it, but I like the confidence they have in that. We've also seen Cora WHK take out TTV Flame Tree. Thank you to everyone in chat who said Vithel, massive fail. Yes, I did see that. And now with the details, I feel so sorry for them. It looks like they placed down a launch pad. Oh, actually, no, placed down a crash pad. A crash pad, what that can do if you land on it is negate 4 damage. He threw it down, and I'm guessing they missed it. We've also just seen Luke Jacobson get eliminated.
Luke Jacobson is gone. That is the man from the Chiefs playing under Nameless is exiting. Thank you for being part of it. Good luck for the season. I know that footy is just around the corner as well for Super Rugby and no doubt the AB. So great to have them as we see J-Life on cue, exit.
It feels like every time you say something there, John Doe, somebody just gets eliminated on thing.
It is brutal. I totally. No one wants me to say the name out here tonight because as soon as I talk, they are gone here in the Bubble Royale. Match number 3 here on a Friday night. This is, with a heavy heart, we say this is going to be the final one. So hopefully you're enjoying it. Make sure you keep the chat coming. And we thank everyone for tuning into this one.
And we have just seen Brad Cora secure an elimination, but at the same time, Ioane has just been taken out, and you can see his reaction there. It looks like he enjoyed his time with the Vodafone Bubble Royale. So thank you so much for joining us, Ioane. Thank you so much for giving us your time to extend the bubble.
And that's what it's all about, right? And hopefully the fans and people that aren't even playing but are watching this, they are enjoying just that. You got to play against one of the top rugby players in the country, and they play Fortnite just like you and I as we head across here to Teddy Bro 13, see whether they can get elimination as we enter a little bit of action here.
I just saw some 4 damage occur on the elimination feed too. It looks like somebody may have taken out a build, causing somebody to be eliminated by 4 damage. We're also seeing strong showings again from Value Sam. That is YG Hazy, who I said we think is Savage's daughter, doing a really good job to tower up really quickly, and we have had production confirmed that is Savage's daughter who we've just lost, along with Brad Cora too.
There you go, though, with the takedown. Teddy Bro 13, congratulations with the elimination. Rolling into the top 40 and looking pretty good there with the shotgun. As we jump across to Celebrity, that's Tyrone Happy, one of the top producers in the known universe and up and coming, so tune into his beats. But it is 2 eliminations, looking good, pushed into the top 10 in both match 1 and 2. Can he do it again there, Xenojay?
Yeah, I just want to say shout out to TTV Teddy Bros. You may just want to keep an eye on your back. Savage is probably coming to have a word about eliminating his daughter within the Vodafone Bubble Royale. We're now on Zach010, who has a actually had some really great showings within our top 25, top 10 situations. They're running away from this battle. They don't want any part of it. They're just going to push across 2 risky reels, and now we're seeing possibly the last surviving core.
That's right, the last surviving core left in this one. As we go back to, well, you know who, it's BKNZ. Now, that was a winner from match number 2, second in match number 1, if you're just joining us. And let's see whether they can push in. Under siege at the moment, but a very good player is BKNZ.
No, BKNZ is not worried about that minigun at all. They know how to get out of that situation. But unfortunately, again, dealing with the situation, which I say can take out any player. It looks like they are getting third party. Somebody else is pushing off from the side. We're now seeing Value Sam possibly going to get, no, they're fine. Mystery did not want to take any chance on that shot. They wanted 100% or not. It looks like we actually have Value Sam running into BKNZ once again. Are we going to see these 2 titans of round 1 fight in the top 35?
And this is the great thing about Battle Royale, where it's just solos. There is no comms. It is basically, we're lucky enough to see it from this perspective, but they could run into each other. And like you said, they were the titans for match number 1. They went 1v1 for the win, and they're about to run into each other right now. BKNZ up against Value Sam, but want to engage in this one first.
Yeah, that's YTEURNZ, who of course was in the top 4 for our last round. I also want to shout out to Seymour in chat. Where is the Skybase? Very true. Why did no one build a Skybase in round 3 of the Vodafone Bubble Royale? I guess we'll never know. Valley Sam is actually playing a lot more conservatively. Same with BKNZ here. Where is BKNZ going to secure those double-digit elims from? I'm unsure, but again, they've secured that loadout that they've been using in every round. That Sky's assault rifle and the grapple gun. That grapple gun gives them so much mobility, and you can see that they're pushing themselves into boxes really, really quickly and securing walls. Valley Sam has just secured their 4th elim and taken down that one. What production just said we might have lost someone else.
We have lost my man Stu Cora from L.A.B. and also from Cora. It has been massive having you and your bro, and obviously one of the siblings, one of the whānau in the event, but it's been awesome. By their music, they've been massive, and they're rising the charts. I love it personally, but thanks for being part of it as we lose. Stu Cora, aka Corusef, back on BKNZ, one of the top players in the entire tournament so far. See whether they can get another elimination here on YT.
Yeah, and of course, with mention of L.A.B, it is still New Zealand Music Month for the rest of May, of course. So do get out there and support our Kiwi artists. You know, they create a lot of really great stuff, and L.A.B has had a massive year. We're back now on Tai Hape, who has just, wow, they've actually had such a stellar Vodafone Bubble Royale tournament.
They have, remembering that this is the first time we saw them. Last week they weren't involved, so it's great to see Tai happy. And like you said, it's had a great tournament so far. And back on New Zealand Music Month as well. L.A.B, man, been rocking. Obviously everyone would have been in the air tonight. That's just the dopest track at the moment. So tune into that if you're playing games and want some music as we get into Zach 010 right now and the action on Tai Happy. Engaged in this one.
Yeah, they're just keeping their eyes open. They're just making sure people don't engage them. They're firing off that shot and saying, hey, don't come anywhere near me. I will use this weapon I have right now. Loadout-wise, they look more than loaded for this final 106. Their builds have actually been so good. I'm so impressed by Tai Happy, how they survive these final zones. Plenty of builds, plenty of launch blades, plenty of shields. The only issue here may be if they do actually take health damage. They don't have anything to get that back yet.
Take the opportunity to thank Vodafone for pulling this all together. Of course, a big shout out to Stuff. And if you're watching it on Stuff, that is fantastic to have you along. And of course, LPL Live from LPL Studios right now as Jordan and I are here. Thanks to the production team giving you this epic view of the entire Fortnite map. And thanks to our other sponsors, JBL, offering epic prizes, and PlayStation. Everyone loves PlayStation. Great to have them. And Jordan will give a wrap of the prizes as we head into this one. It is the final match here in the Vodafone Bubble Royale. It is match number 3 and the final match. Sad times, but don't go anywhere because we're down to the final 25 as we slow the pace down as we see it hidden, hiding.
No, it's so funny. Astatine is dealing with, I don't know when this came into the game, but if you go towards spy-based locations now, it does have the spy music playing. And it actually kind of sets a really interesting mood for Astatine here right now, because they're like, what is going to happen? They've got a chopper. They've got a chopper to get away. They've also got plenty of launch pads. They've got crash pads. They're not too worried right now, and they do have a heavy sniper down at the bottom. They're keeping an eye on A-Ray Tooley. Are they going to go for the shot? No, A-Ray Tooley has pulled out with a great launch pad, and now they're going back to the top. As we pull out, thanks to production, we see Saucy in the middle of the agency and Mystery 2913 possibly near the vault, where they could be securing themselves some nice leftover loot.
Can I just say as well, though, Xenojay, the chat is asking, why are you not in it? I mean, it's great to have you along with me, and I need you. Obviously, you're making it what it is. But certainly everyone in the chat's like, how come you're not in there? Where's the gaming score? How do you think you would have gone? What's the strategy if Mr. Xenojay had made the drop tonight?
No, you're too kind, chat. No, I would have been very salty if I had entered this tournament. I could tell that so many of these players are just so good. We're now on a player who's watching YTEUNZ, and it looks like Value Sam, again, top players from our previous round. Low Elam counts again. Everyone's just playing this really safe. Value Sam has just taken out YTEURNZ, and we've seen the final core also drop along with Tyrone Hape.
Zacko 010 taking out, Ty Happy, who have been very, very good. A little bit of action here. And I'm not sure, as you see Value Sam with 5, I'm not sure as he exits that one. That's probably lucky. That's lucky he didn't want to engage.
No, and plenty of launch pads everywhere. I'm wondering if, they've landed on Astatine's box. They are pushing in. They want Astatine's Elam, and they're getting into a build fight. Nice tower. These guys are both ready for what's about to occur. Astatine has gone high ground with that. They're plenty safe. They've also still got those crash pads in there in case they do fall, but they've also got plenty of launch pads to get away from this. We're seeing more and more Elams pop up, and it looks like Zach010 is actually having a really great game out there at the moment.
Yeah, really good player. See him across a lot of other things through LPL, so really, really good player that got into this one, which is fantastic. So, of course, but again, it's the big names, BK, NZ, Value Sam, who have won at least one of the 2 matches so far, still in this one. It's going to be a hard-fought slog if someone else wants to take it away from one of these 2, but it can be done. And this is what it's all about, as we see great shots here across. And again, production doing a great job of moving you around the map, seeing it. Remember, that individual player in the solos does not have the luxury that you do right now watching this. You're watching it from the point of view, so it's hard when you're just in your own world. We get the luck to see it right here.
Exactly, and there we go. We see BK pushing up on, I'm not too sure who they're actually trying to fight. It is Value Sam, so we see the 2 Titans going 1v1 once more. Big tag from BK, 110 headshot, massive work. That grapple gun playing into how they move around the map so fast. They're building up, they want Value Sam. They're basically chasing Value Sam down. They absolutely want them out of the game. And there you can see Value Sam has been tagged again. And that is it. We have seen the Titans fight once more. And BKNZ walks away.
Wow. And that's the thing, chat will be going crazy, because really that was exactly the battle we saw in match number 1. The Titans at each other, but it's a battle royale. You've just got to engage, and whoever it is, you've got to stay alive. It's a great opportunity to talk about the whole build mechanic, right? Like when you're playing Fortnite, and people say, and they might be new to esports, go, it's not that hard. There's people, the skill level is absolutely phenomenal on how quickly, you saw it there illustrated, how hard and how responsive and basically skilled you have to be able to build that quickly.
Exactly. It's all just coordination and skill. These players have obviously been playing for a bit, you would say. I'm not going to say for a while, but they have been playing enough to have that skill level. BK is really, really great with their aggression. They push for that high ground quickly, know how to resecure a box, know how to push through cones. Basically, they're all about that aggression and getting into a box to take somebody else. And that's what Value Sam ran into. Basically, BK put themselves into a situation where they were showing enough aggression to force Value Sam out of the safety of the box. Value Sam tried to run away, but couldn't get there.
As everything just comes crashing down here as we enter the top 10 of the final match here in the Vodafone Bubble Royale. Hopefully you're enjoying it. This is what it's all about, the final match, the final 10. I'm excited. probably can tell is Xenojay.
Yeah, unfortunate whiff of the bullet from a heavy sniper there for BK. BK is having their lowest elim round at the moment. They only have 6 elims on the board compared to the double-digit rounds they had in round 1 and round 2. And of course, we are in the top 10, which means they don't really have much opportunity to maybe get any more than maybe possibly 10 elims. It's going to be interesting to see what happens from here. But of course, you know, I want to shout out to everybody who's already secured themselves a prize today. I have given BK the pog of the day. Their work in that first round just blew me away. Fail goes to Vithel, who unfortunately somehow whiffed a crash pad. That's just so unfortunate. I'm going to give a shout out to Clowns231 for Architect of the day. Apparently they were doing some really great builds in round 2, along with our celebrity kills of the day. That goes to Kane McKinnon and TTV Flametree for securing those elims in round 1. And of course, shout out to our round 1 and round 2 winners. Round 1 was Value Sam. Round 2, again, BKNZ. BKNZ, phenomenal work out there in the Vodafone Bubble Royale today.
Here we go. Great shot to see Zacho10 over here. Mystery, BKNZ, winner of one match, second in match number 1. Very, very good player. And as we get a great shot, thanks to production, of exactly where all the action unfolds. And we always talk about this, Jordan. It's about whether you get position, it's about the heel off, or whether you have to engage in the battle.
Yeah, I think based off how BK's been played, BK wants elim. That heel off situation they ran into in round 1, they weren't prepared for a full heel off, but they were prepared to take Storm damage to try to secure the elimination in Storm. Unfortunately, though, they did run into Value Sam, who had the Brutus minigun, and that thing in the right hands, which in this case, in Value Sam's hands, is just an absolute monster, and it took out BKNZ in that final Storm battle. We're going to see, though, BK is just playing it really safe. I'm wondering if they actually want that back-to-back.
Do that. I mean, it was so aggressive last time from BKNZ, so it's interesting to see them pull back, like you said, and just get positioned in the high ground and really load up. But Zacho10's not afraid, as you see, and engage here, trying to rush BKNZ. Great scenes across the map here as we're into the final part of the Vodafone Bubble Royale. Hopefully you're enjoying the action wherever you are. Keep the chat coming. Myself and Jordan love it, and thanks to LPL and stuff for having us along for the ride. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, and a few of the names that I did see do really well in round 1 have shown up for this final fight in round 3. That was Astatine, Zach010, Extratronic. They did so much work in that first round. We've seen a few elims now getting this down to our top 5 position. Also, shout out to Saucy there. And Saucy has actually just secured that elim. It looks like I'm the reverse jinx of you there, Duane. When I say their name, they get an elim.
So you're the good one, I'm the bad one, I totally get it. So let's just stay with the generic call so we don't jinx or give anyone else. We're back on BKNZ, we're here 4, become 3, and it is the final 3. Remember, BKNZ already had the win in the last match. Can they go for back-to-back? We haven't seen it, so let's just stay with the action with you, Jordan.
Based off how they're boxing themselves off, they are wanting that back-to-back victory royale. Astatine has good high ground at the moment, but we also have another player down on low. So BK right now just wants to stay away from it. They want to know what the position of these other players is. Saucy is underneath. Oh, and Astatine has that minigun. That's a concern. That minigun can suppress so well, and if you don't box yourself off right from it, you're going to get melted.
You've got to get melted, and this is what it comes down to, as you talked about last time, right? About the having the actual materials to stay alive right to the end if it gets to that point.
Yeah, and again, BK, plenty of materials. They've got 180 builds. Again, they've got that Sky grapple and Sky assault rifle and now they're actually prepared for heel off. It looks like they might be forcing these 2 other players into a heel off situation. Saucy has gone to mid ground and is actually near Astatine. I'm wondering if Astatine is going to start pushing in with that minigun or hold off. It looks like they're all just playing so safe. Again, I'm going to say, I think BK wants that back-to-back.
BK does want that back-to-back. 3 players left here in the final match of the Vodafone Bubble Royale. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Hopefully this is exactly what you tuned in for, which is all about, you know, watching some Fortnite action here, and it's great that Jordan and I can bring you all the action. Now for you, Jordan, thinking here, are you going to jinx it? Are you going to call it now? Is BK going to get the second one.
BK is playing so well. Like I said, they're playing very conservatively compared to round 1 and round 2. Again, like I said, I don't think they could have reached anything more than 10, which is quite funny. If they manage to secure both of these elims, that means they get their 10 eliminations. We see Saucy try to push up to that mid-ground. We've got Astatine, who is possibly on that same level, and yes, BK is now forcing into heel off.
As we see BK head across, great shots again, as you can see it right there in the heart of it as it's about to shrink and then go into the heel off there, Jordan. BK very close to going back to back.
I'm wondering if they're going to try to break the build. BK just watching what that storm is doing as the storm closes in and we prepare to go into heel off.
And I just love those shots as it just comes in, and like you said, it's just straight into a heel off. 3 players. We are so close to crowning a champion again. We don't even have to say it because there you have it. BKNZ takes out number 3 in the back-to-back victory royale for them. Congratulations. That is fantastic.
That was just amazing. They played so well to keep themselves safe. And I could just tell they just really wanted that back-to-back win, which they have now secured in the Vodafone Bubble Royale. Astatine and Saucy did such a great job to try to hold off, but unfortunately Saucy secured the kill on Astatine and then Saucy was taken out by the storm, not prepared for that situation.
Can I just say though, BKNZ, if you were watching, where was your dance? Is that just a thing? Come on, man, you just won.
No.
You just won the Vodafone Bubble Royale match number 3 and you give us nothing for the fans?
They gave us actually something better. So they did the dance in round 2. In round 3, they gave us the build skill. And those builds they were showing in the end of round 3 with that victory royale were just basically representative of how well they played out there today.
Absolutely. I'm just playing with you as well. It's been great to have you in there. Congratulations for getting 2. Congratulations to Value Sam for also taking out the win. So I want to take the opportunity as well to thank you at home as we wrap this one up. We want to have a look at the leaderboard for the celebrities. It's been fantastic having them in. So let's take a quick look and take the opportunity to thank them for giving up their time, allowing fans to play. Jordan, love what Tyra and Happy, Savage and the top crew did.
As you can see, their top 3 is kind of representative of last week. Savage and Ioane again showed up really well. But Tyra and Happy, first week in it, and man, straight to the top.
And that is how you become one of the top up-and-coming producers in the world, because you got drive, you got hunger. Well done. Ty, Happy for entering that one. Savage, Josh, all the celebrities. It's been fantastic, particularly letting us inside their bubble. Hopefully the fans loved it, realised that, hey, these stars also enjoy Fortnite just like you and I, and that's been a fantastic opportunity. I'm going to take the opportunity as well for you, Jordan, to run through the list just to confirm roughly who's taking away the lucky prizes from PlayStation, JBL, and thank you for having them along.
Of course. So the Victory Royales, we have Value Sam and BKNZ back-to-back. They have secured themselves the JBL Quantum 400 headset, with our Pog of the day also going to BKNZ. Just such a massive selection, and they've secured themselves the JBL Clip 3. Fail of the day, unfortunately, does go to Vithel, who did throw down a crash pad, miss it, and died to 4 damage. That means they secure themselves a $50 PSN, Xbox, or Steam credit voucher. Architect of the day is Clowns231, and our celebrity elims of the day are Kane McKinnon and TTV Flametree.
There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is the first time you have watched any esports action, I hope you have enjoyed it, because I've enjoyed it. On behalf of myself, Jordan, that guy, and thank you to Vodafone, Stuff, Let's Play Live, and our sponsors, but more importantly for you to tuning in. That has been us. We're wrapping this one up. Enjoy your Friday night. Be safe in your bubbles. We're closing this one with a GG and a thank you very much.
Thanks, team.